everyone, how's it going? My name is Daniel, and this is Guns and Stuff. So, Guns and Stuff is a weekly Q&A show with me where we sit down and talk about guns and stuff. It's pretty simple, but it's a lot of fun. Y'all dropped in some dope questions, some really good questions. Like, normally, y'all drop in good questions, but like this week, y'all dropped in some really good questions. So, I'm super excited to get into it. So, let's dive in to Guns and Stuff. What's the best way to learn the difference between bullet calibers, rifle, and handgun? So, there's a few things. One, there's a lot of calibers, and you can go down a rabbit hole trying to learn all the different ones. Few major ones to learn: 9mm, 223, 12 gauge. Those are the big boys, the main ones you're gonna run into. Pistols, 40 cal, 45, you get into the weird stuff. But realistically, if you stick with 9, 223, 556, you're gonna be just fine. Now, 223 and 556, it's very hard. They seem to be the same thing. So basically, 556 is the same shape as a 223, but you're getting a little bit more pressure out of it. So you can shoot a 223 through a 556 gun, but it doesn't work the other way around. And most guns you're gonna buy are just gonna be 556 straight out the box, so you don't have to really worry about that. But 9mm, 223, 556, get those covered and you should be good to go for a while. Where can I get pre-cut slides for the Glock 43X and anything for that matter? I can't pronounce their name. I still can't pronounce their name. I'm pretty sure they hate me for not knowing how to pronounce their name. But Zephyrian, I think I'm adding a syllable to that. But anyway, them Z-boys make really great stuff for Glocks, barrels, slides. So check them out. Really good stuff. All pre-cut. They have optic options. So really good stuff. They just have a hard name to pronounce. Is there going to be an issue with a pistol light stretching past the barrel? So, short answer, no. Long answer, no. You should be good to go. So, if you think about the bullet, it's not dropping down as soon as it comes out of the barrel. It's going straight as an arrow. If you think about this pen is the bullet, it's going straight. So no matter where the light is, it's not going to be interrupting that bullet path. Now, it's way out there like 100 yards, then the bullet's going to drop and hit it, but you're not going to really have to worry about that. So no, if the light is out past the barrel, you're going to be just fine. Did you cop the M&P yet? No, I didn't cop an M&P yet. I'm trying. I got other stuff that I'm trying to do though, so it's not working out. But yes, I need to grab an M&P. I have to sell something. Yeah, I need an M&P. Bro, how do I get the wife on board with my gun addiction? I would not advise you get your wife on board because then you're just gonna straight go broke. Cause she's gonna be out there buying 223, you're gonna be out there buying 9mm, you guys aren't gonna talk and the car is gonna get declined. So I would not advise both of you getting into it. To get your spouse, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your loved one into shooting, you have to take them to the range with the thought of, I have no interest in them shooting every gun I have. My only goal is to have them enjoy themselves and want to come back. If you go with that mindset, you're going to get them hooked on shooting. The goal should be that they have fun. It should not be to shoot big bad calibers. So shoot a 22, maybe a 380, call it a day, go grab lunch, come back, do it again, and maybe get up in caliber as they progress at shooting. One fun thing that I was also thinking about is you want to let them have fun. I was out shooting and a woman started to shoot a shotgun and she was shooting skeet and she shot the clay pigeon. She hit it, exploded. Everyone was like, yeah! She got excited and she hit it again. And then 30 minutes later, she blew through an entire box of 12 gauge, 20 gauge shotgun shells. And now she's like hooked on shooting traps. So find something that's really enjoyable, have fun, and it's gonna be really easy to get your wife into shooting. Now, you two not spending all of your money after, that's gonna be a completely different issue. I can't help you with that. Law Tactical Folder versus the, I don't even need to see what it's versus. Law Folder is king at this point. I have gone through all the other options. There is a reason they're sold out and everything else is still available. I have a Law Folder on my 10.5. It's dope, it's legit, the build quality is really good. One of the reasons I recommend the Law Folder over everything else is because this is a very important part of the gun, and it's dealing with a lot of energy and a lot of pressure and a lot of consistent beating on. And if there's one place you do not want your gun to be weak or slightly lacking, it's going to be this part of your gun right here. So save up, sell an organ, bribe who you gotta bribe to get a law folder. But yeah, if you're gonna put a folder on your gun, it's at this point, I've looked at everything, get the law folder. You will not be disappointed. Which Jordans are the best and why is it 3? So this is a weird argument because if you're just gonna go with the best Jordans, it's the ones. Like it's the ones. There are other stuff out there, like you can argue the rest of them, but if you're gonna go for the best, like the ones are on their own. So if we're not talking about the ones, I'm partial to the 13s, the 11s, but like if we're gonna talk about just like the best Jordans, it's the ones. Would you ever run a suppressor? If so, what would it be? Yes, the Dead Air Sandman S. So short answer, yes, but cans are dope, silencers are dope. Yes, grab one, put in for a can now. They're still available, unlike and one other stuff, but yes, cans are dope. Take on the Shadow Systems MR920. I think it's really cool. I think all these Glock mods that people are coming out with are really, really cool. I don't have one, I've shot them. I think they're cool, but yeah, grab one. If you see one, it's a good price, I'd grab one. Thoughts on rare breed FRT15 triggers? I think they're rare and bred to be an AR15 trigger. I don't know. I don't. There's so many modifications and extra stuff out there. Like I can't shoot everything. So I don't know. It looks dope, I guess. I've never shot it, so grab one. Let me know how it is. Should you or do you have a set custom gun for every situation, or is that just me? It's probably just you. So the way that I have my loadout built, it's twofold. When it's concealed carry, it's basically how tight are my jeans. So my skinny jeans, I have like my shield. You know, I got a little bit more room, it's like my Glock 19, and then when I'm really balling out, it's like my Glock 17 with an X300 on it. So I kind of have stages for how comfortable I want to be. If I'm just running out, I'll grab my shield. If I'm going to be gone for an entire day, I'll grab like my Glock 19 with an extra mag. If I'm going out for like a week, I'm going to have this, extra mags, all kinds of stuff. So it really depends on the day that I'm having and how I'm going out there. And then I also have like my carbines. They escalate to bad day, terrible day. Oh Lord, what's going on? So yes, but do I have a gun for every random situation? Like if squirrels were to attack I actually do have a squirrel gun. So maybe yes, maybe yes, I do have a gun for every random situation. That's just sad. Fixed mag or featureless for Cali? If it were me, I'd probably go featureless just because I want to be able to feed my gun whenever I want to. So that's what I would do. Either way, it's a pretty sucky deal though. I really wouldn't rather go one way or the other. Are Canted Red Dots useful to back up a magnified optic? Yes, I think they are super useful for a backup optic. It's basically the same durability, just on an angle. Now, are canted optics, irons, or red dots applicable? That can be debated. I know a lot of people who say they're the best thing ever and they just never use them. So yes, I think they're good. I don't see any problem with having one on it as long as it's good in quality. But if you're saying, is it as good as just your main one and are you gonna use it as much? Most people I see have them on there don't really use them that much. So if you got the money, go for it. Pistol round AR is worth it. So that's like your AR9s. I don't know. I'm very partial to the CZ Scorpion. Arrow Precision is dropping their AR9 and it has me interested. I'm not gonna say I want one. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna grab one. It has me interested. This is the first AR9 that I haven't just immediately scorned and said it's the most usefulest thing in the world. So it looks really cool. It has bolt hold open so that when the last round goes, the bolt stays back. That's a big deal with AR9s. They don't usually do that, so it looks cool. Still think the Scorpion's a better platform, but I'm gonna have to grab an AR9 and give it a whirl and let you know. As of right now, I might get something else though. How do you shoot with both eyes open? I did a post on this, so go check it out. It's with a gun and you can like see two guns, but basically slowly open your other eye and you gotta practice a lot. Do you have any med kit recommendations? Yes, check out Wilder Tactical. They actually have a med pouch that comes with a med kit in it, and they're both really, really dope. So yes, check out Wilder Tactical's med kit. Also, North American Rescue, they have a bunch of great medical equipment, and I think if you use any of it in an emergency, they'll replace it. Don't quote me on that, but I think they run that. So yes, check out North American Rescue and check out Wilder Tactical. Thoughts on the 15-round shield mags? Dope. Really, 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 really dope. Grab a bunch if you can find them in stock. Which would you trust your life with more, a DI or piston system? DI is basically gas, it's blowing the bolt back and forth. Piston, there's a little rod that's smacking it, and then that's smacking the bolt. Very similar system. The piston is going to give you a little bit less gas. The gas gun is going to be a little bit cheaper, so there's not one better option. I would trust my life with both. My bedside gun is a gas gun, so there's not one that's better than the other. It's really determined by what are you doing, what do you need to do, and what money you got, because there's some dope pistons out there. They're a little bit pricier though. What are your thoughts on Type A rifles? I think they're dope. Check with Boomstick. I know he runs them, swears by them. I've never shot them. They look really, really good, like high quality guns. So if you want one, I would grab one. I don't think you're gonna be disappointed, but I personally have never shot them. What keeps you motivated when doing videography edits? Money. It's like, now, I'm a video nerd. I love this process of seeing an idea in your head and then see it like live on a screen and sharing like what you saw in your head with other people. I love that. But what keeps me going, like, I just love this thing. Like, I have that like issue where once I get onto something and once I get really into something, I'm just gonna run that thing down. So I've got bitten by the video bug years ago, and I've just been running this thing down ever since. When you were growing up, did your parents take you shooting? Did they teach you gun safety? No. So funny enough, I'm actually the first person in my family to buy, own, interact with firearms. Never grew up around guns. First gun I shot was when I was like in my late teens at someone's birthday party. So yeah, I did not grow up around guns. I kind of decided I want to get into guns. It's funny enough though, I have family members now who are into guns because I got into guns and they bought guns after I showed them it's normal to own guns. So yeah, but no, my parents did not get me into shooting. It's kind of the other way around at this point. Got a new Glock 19 MOS. Should I get suppressor height backup sights or standard ones? If you're gonna put an optic on it, I would get suppressor height sights. If you're not, leave the ones you have on there. I get a lot of questions. Should I make this change? Should I do this thing? Should I do this thing? I only make changes to my gun when I need a change. It's really easy to just go down the rabbit hole of mod, and never actually get any good at shooting. So if you need a change, make a change. If you're just looking to make a change, there's nothing wrong with that. But for me personally, I value my money, so I'm gonna need to have a valid why if I'm gonna spend my money. But at the end of the day, do whatever you want. You're gonna be fine either way. Magwell is compatible with aftermarket Glock mags, so my preferred magwell is going to be the agency magwell because it's really, really small and it's really well built. So I like the agency magwell, but they're literally a gazillion different magwells, each one better than the last. So find one that works for you. They're not that expensive, so you can try different versions, different companies. But yeah, when it comes to magwells, I don't know if there's like one universal magwell to fit them all. Thoughts on ADM rifles? Are they just as durable as DD, BCM? I don't know. I've never shot an ADM. From my memory, I don't think I've heard any issues with them. So grab one, get me one too, and we'll find out together. Any experience with YHM silencers? No, but I know everyone who has them loves them and says they're great and dope, legit. So yes, I would grab. Any suggestions on a good video or people to learn AR15 pistol shooting? You're gonna shoot an AR pistol pretty much the same way you're gonna shoot an AR carbine or rifle, so I don't know what you mean by that. And based on your question, I would say take a class. Definitely take a class. There's not gonna be any downsides to you taking a class, and you're really gonna learn and dial it in, so I would probably say take a class. Only one handgun, which would you pick? It'd probably be this Glock 17. So people say, well, you have this custom guns and all this stuff, you don't do anything. Like, only one handgun, which would you pick? Honestly, it'd probably be this Glock 17. I have more rounds, more hours and days and weeks dry firing through this gun than any other gun that I own. If you're out shooting with me and you see me pull this gun out, I'm taking stuff really serious and I'm nervous I'm gonna miss. Like, I shoot this gun better than any other gun. My fancy Glocks, like everything, I shoot this gun better. So if I were gonna pick one gun, it's gonna be a 17. What's your opinion on the Taurus G39mm for EDC? Any parts you'd modify or switch out? So when it comes to cheaper guns, your Tauruses, your Canics, your Smith & Wesson SD9s, a lot of people want to buy the cheapest gun they can and then put $250 into that gun to change it. If you put $250 into a $300 gun, you're now at $550. And when you're at $550, you can get a lot better gun. You can get like your CZ, P10Cs, M&P, stuff like that. So if you're strapped for cash, the Taurus will get it done. If you want to get a good quality gun, it's a lot easier just to buy a good gun than to convert an okay gun into a good gun. So, do I have a problem with the Taurus G2? I wouldn't run one. If it's all you have, all you can afford, it'll work. But I probably would get something a little bit more expensive. Really tempted to snag an Evo as my first PTC. Do it. As long as you talk about the Scorpion, like, do it. I love that gun. Every person I give my Scorpion to, when they put it down, they immediately say, where can I get one? So like the Scorpion, it's about as good as it gets. There are other stuff that's better, but like for the price, as long as you can get it under like $1,000, definitely would grab one. Do you think the Glock 19 is as good in all roles as the Glock 17? Yes and no. If you are not that great at shooting, the Glock 17 is going to be a little bit better gun to shoot because there's more mass, there's more frame to hold on to, so it's going to be a little bit easier. But if you know what you're doing, I run my Glock 19, I can run that gun confidently and I have no problem doing whatever I need to do with it. So depending on how competent you are at shooting, you may want to go up to a bigger gun. Another good compromise is like a Glock 45 or like the 19X. It's like a 1917 hybrid. So yeah, but there's nothing wrong with the 19. I know a lot of really cool dudes that do a lot of cool stuff that run 19s. Have you shot a rifle chambered in 223 Wild? Thoughts over 5.56? So I actually have a rifle in 223 Wild. So the big deal with 223 Wild versus 5.56, you can't shoot a 5.56 round through a 223 gun because the 5.56, even though it's the same shaped bullet, it gives you higher pressure, and if you consistently shoot it through, you're gonna blow up your barrel. So what 223 Wild is it's a 223 chamber that has additional supports around it so they can handle a 5.56 gun. So you're getting more accuracy and a little bit better ballistics out of your 223 as opposed to a 5.56 gun. So yes, I have it. I'm gonna be 1,000% honest with you, it doesn't really matter. Like, if you're good enough to notice, like, you wouldn't be asking this question. Like, for real, like, I'm not good enough to notice. I just was building a gun, so I'm like, yeah, I'll go with that. But like, for real, it's not that big of a deal. So, top 3 red dots. The Trijicon SRO, that big fat piece of glass, is amazing. Then the Holosun 507K, for all your tiny little gun needs, that thing is legit. And then after that, it's probably gonna be a tie between like the 407 and then like the RMR. Those are 2 really great optics. That's 4, but my show, so I can say what I want. But yeah, it's probably gonna be one of those. Should I Gucci my Glock? Absolutely, Gucci Glocks rule. First time gun owner advice, is a Glock 19 a good first gun? Absolutely, it's a really great, dope platform. I would highly recommend grabbing a Glock 19. Yes, do it now. Like, call your dealer now and buy it. Alright, that's it for guns and stuff this week. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me. I really love hanging out with you guys and talking about guns and stuff. If I wasn't able to get your question, I'm really sorry. That's kind of the way that it goes. If you have a question that you really cannot wait till next week, shoot me a DM. I would love to help you out. Alright, that's it. Until next time, I cannot wait to hang out with you guys with some guns and stuff.